What's going on, guys? It's Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Nia Long's husband, NBA coach Ime Udoka. Okay, he's a former NBA player, and he's now the head coach of the Boston Celtics. And he has had a short but seemingly starting in a successful trajectory, has now not only destroyed his team, but he might have destroyed his relationship with his longtime fiancé, Nia Long. Now, right when I was recording this, I had to really look to see if he actually married Nia Long. But they're not married. They've been in a long-term relationship, right? And again, I'm not against people being in long-term relationships, but if the point is to get married, you have a child together, it ain't happening. And even after this situation of what Ime did, they may not get married at all. This guy decided that it would be a good idea to have relations with a female staffer, and he got caught. Now, I saw where they're saying that maybe a player snitched on him that was upset with him. You'd really have to be weird and weak to go and snitch on your coach. I'm sorry, because as a player, especially if what I'm hearing, because it's just rumors that it's possibly a star player on a team. Why would you go to the organization? But that's just a whole nother conversation. But let's talk about accountability. Let's talk about the fact that you have a guy here who is the head coach of the team who got caught being thirsty for one of his female staffers. And now people are trying to figure out who that person possibly is. Now, I came across this article here and from Game 7, and people are already looking for who they think it is. I guess these are the two female staffers, and he's having relations with one of them. Could be both of them. These guys, man. You would think they've gotten this out of their system. He's been in a long-term relationship with Nia Long, but obviously he has not. And he's not really going to learn his lesson until maybe after this. But this probably goes on more than y'all think. When you see these coaches trying to bring women onto their coaching staffs, there was a situation with Auburn, the college football Auburn Tigers. They have a coach that came from Boise State to Auburn, and he brought a female with him onto the staff, right? And there were rumors that he was having relations with her, and they investigated it, and they think, well, there's nothing going on here. Yeah, sure. He brought her with him from Boise State. It's a young 23-year-old chick, but okay. But this stuff probably goes on more than y'all think. And when it comes to being a coach, it's different when you are a single guy and you're not married. You don't have a long-term girlfriend. If you're messing around with female staff, yeah, it's still bad. It's still bad because you're messing around with your coworkers, basically, or women that you've hired onto your staff, right? It's still bad because ultimately you have bosses that don't like that. They don't like the fact that you have a woman who's very visible and you're out here creeping around with women that work in the same organization. That's not a good look. And it just doesn't help that he's in this long-term relationship with Nia Long. And the thing about this is that Nia Long went viral. People were talking about, he fumbled Nia. Well, Nia's 51 years old. He's 45. They've been dating for over 10 years. Might be more like 12 years because they met in 2010. So they've been dating for years. And she's 6 years older than him. And he still hasn't married her. It could be a situation where he doesn't see her as wife material. They have a child together. So he's keeping his options open. As bad as it is, because he's visible, she's visible. He's a coach of a basketball team. It's all about accountability. When you're out here creeping on your wife with a female staffer, that's never good for himself, his relationship, or the organization. Let's get into this. It's according to Yahoo. It says Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka is facing a potential significant suspension or a disciplinary action after violating organization guidelines. I saw where they said that he may get suspended for the entire season, and we haven't even got started yet on the season. The Athletic Sham reports that Udoka is accused of engaging in an improper, intimate, and consensual relationship with a female member of the team staff in violation of the franchise code of conduct. Further details of the alleged violation weren't immediately clear. The discussion about potential discipline are reportedly internal and do not involve the league. According to Woj, Udoka's job isn't believed to be in jeopardy, but discussions include a scenario that could keep him suspended for the entire upcoming season. Woj reports neither Udoka nor the Celtics addressed the reports publicly. Wednesday night, Udoka is getting ready for his second season leading the Celtics. He went 51-31 in the regular season last season and led the Celtics to the finals in his first stint as head coach in the league. Though they fell to the Golden State Warriors, the 45-year-old spent time as an assistant for the San Antonio Spurs, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Brooklyn Nets before landing in Boston. He's been in a relationship with actress Nia Long since 2010, and they have one child together. The Celtics are set to host their media day on Monday before training camp kicks off Tuesday in Boston. They will open their season October 18th against the Philadelphia 76ers. That's going to be a heck of a media day, ain't it? We got to figure out how they found out that he was messing around on Nia Long, right? And again, you know, you would thought this guy would have gotten this out of his system, but obviously he didn't. It's different when you have a side chick who's not on the team, you know, as far as the staff is concerned, who doesn't work in the organization. But when you're screwing a woman who's in the organization that you're in, that's very ballsy. Okay, that's you, because again, there are men and women that can't hide how they feel about each other if they're messing around. They're going to be flirtatious with each other. People are going to catch on. People are going to see it, because women are definitely not going to hide how they feel about the guy they're messing around with. They're just not going to. Women are going to be, they're going to be the ones out here showing signs and that they're with this person, and people are going in the office going to wonder, well, damn, she's in his office a whole lot. Why is he coming to work with her? Why is he going on lunch break with her? Why are they leaving together? People are going to wonder. And I guess this genius didn't figure that out. Anyway, let's get to some of the Twitter reactions that I saw on Twitter. This according to It's Game 7. It says, if there's one person who will never get fired for sleeping around, it's Ime Udoka. Let's see. This is someone's burner. Has to be. This dude beat Woj. Who's a burner? Let's see. Is effing a co-worker with consent suspension worthy though? When your wife is Nia Long, yes, I recommend jail time. Nia Long, I'm here for you. If Ime cheated on Nia with a white woman, Boston might be the safest place for him. It says, probably snorting coke off strippers. This finna be hilarious. If he fumbled Nia Long, he deserved every bit of that suspension. Now, also want to talk about the fact that people are trying to figure out who the woman is, right? Originally, I saw a photo of her. Now, her, I hadn't really seen anything on. But again, this dude could be smashing both of them. Okay? He could be smashed. And again, we don't know what's going on at home. Maybe him and Nia aren't as close as they once were. Again, this guy's had her in a relationship for 10 years and there has been no sign of a marriage. So they could be on the rocks. We don't know. And he probably ain't, maybe, let's say he's not getting none from her. He want to get it from somewhere, and he don't want to go to no dating app. He don't want to go to Instagram. he got women in-house. But again, when you are in a position of power as a head coach of a team and these women basically work for you, I can see why the Boston Celtics are like, listen, bro, you got to go. We ain't going to fire you, but you got to go, bro. Right? At least for the short term. We can't have you as a head coach screwing the women that's basically working for you. They're on the team staff. This is also is Game 7. Ime Udoka found himself in headlines for all the wrong reasons this week. When news came down, the Boston Celtics were preparing to discipline him. Initially, ESPN NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski reported that a punishment of some sort was being prepared for Udoka over an unspecified violation of team rules. Not long after, Shams of The Athletic followed up with the specifics. Udoka had reportedly been involved in a consensual extramarital relationship with a team staffer, even though I don't think he's married. Given the inappropriateness, it's easy to see why the organization is prepared to punish him. Understandably, in the light of the salacious nature of the whole ordeal, the fact that Udoka is married to beloved actress Nia Long, internet investigators immediately begin to wonder who he cheated with. Now, I don't know if they're married. From last time I checked, they were in a long-term relationship, but I haven't heard anything about them getting married. Didn't take long for some to suggest the Celtics VP of Player Organizational Development, Allison Feaster. Okay, this is her. Okay, it is believed that the Celtics staffer Ime Udoka had an affair with was Allison Feaster, who played in the WNBA for 10 years and is now the Celtic of Player Development. And this is quite the development. Listen, she played in the WNBA, right? You would think that if this is true, because people are pointing fingers, right? They're saying, yeah, her. But even so, the fact that if this is true, she would do this lets you know, man, I mean, these women don't care. These women don't care. Like, they know he has Nia Long at home. And what y'all got to understand is when a man is with a woman like Nia Long, other women are going to want to sleep with him because of who he is with. It's not going to make, women shy away from it. It's going to make women want to be with him more. And I don't think that he's been able to process that. But he's a coach. It's not like he's a player. You know what I'm saying? He's a coach. And the women on the woman on the staff, that's an extra layer of thirst that we haven't gotten to yet. Now, to be clear, there is no confirmation, no way or the other that Feaster is involved. In fact, folks online had other theories about who the woman in question might be. So they brought a picture of her up. All right. I guess she's another staffer. Her name is Kathleen Lynch. Look at these detectives. I got to give you detectives a round of applause. You detectives will go out here and you will solve all types of mysteries. You internet detectives definitely need to be hired to do some work out here. There's a whole lot of good work you internet detectives, you Twitter detectives can do. Cheating on Nia Long is crazy. Let's see. Ime Udoka fumbled Nia Long in the NBA Finals. I've never seen an L worse than this. Ime Udoka cheated on Nia Long, banned him for life. Well, he's certainly not in a rush to marry her. So maybe that relationship probably been on the rocks for quite some time. And maybe because he's at the facilities, he's been able to strike up. It happens, people. If you're going through a rough patch in your relationship or marriage, if you work around women, what's going to happen is those women are basically going to be women who you can basically be a shoulder to cry on. If you're going through problems with your wife or girlfriend at home. So when he's at the facility, he's in a different environment. He's around other women, especially on the staff. And he is, he's getting some comforting, right? Again, man, y'all want women around these guys, right? Y'all want women on these staffs. And look what happened. Look at what happened. Look at what is going on, right? The professionalism is out the window, man. This might go on a lot more than y'all think, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all in the next one.